Now, let's discuss the shift in the ad curve. Well, a shift in the ad curve means that at every price level, total expenditures have changed. Anything other than the price level that changes the compositions of aggregate demand, such as consumption, investment, government spending, and net exports, will shift the ad curve. Well, there are five important shift factors of aggregate demand. First is the foreign income. A rise in foreign income leads to an increase in countries' exports and a rightward shift of the country's ad curve. Second is exchange rates. The currencies of various countries are connected through exchange rates. When a country's currency loses value relative to other currencies, its goods become more competitive compared to foreign goods. Third is the distribution of income. Well, as income distribution changes, aggregate demand affected. One of the most important distributional effects concerns the distribution of income between wages and profits. Fourth is the expectations. Well, there are two expectational shift factors. First is the expectations of future output. When business people expect demand to be high in the future, they will want to increase their productive capacity. Their investment demand, a component of aggregate demand, will increase. Thus, positive expectations about future demand will shift ad curve out to the right. Second is the expectations of prices. If we expect the prices of goods to rise in the future, it pays to buy goods now that you might want in the future, but the prices rise. The current price level hasn't changed, but aggregate quantity demanded at that price level has increased, indicating a shift of the ad curve out to the right. Fifth is the monetary and fiscal policies. One of the most important reasons why the aggregate demand curve has been so important in macro policy analysis is that often macro policy makers think that they can control it, at least to some degree. If the government spends lots of money without increasing taxes, it shifts the ad curve out to the right. If the government raises taxes significantly and holds spending constant, consumers will have less disposable income and will reduce their expenditures, shifting the ad curve into the left. Increase or decreases in aggregate demand to influence the level of income in the economy is what most policymakers means by the term macro policy. Expansionary macro policy shifts the ad curve out to the right. Contractionary macro policy shifts into the left. Multiplier effects of shift factors. Well, you cannot treat the ad curve like a micro demand curve, where other factors or things are constant. In macro, the ad curve may shift by more than the amount of the initial shift factor because of the multiplier effect. Well, the effect of a shift factor on the ad curve. The ad curve shifts out by more than the initial change in expenditures. In these examples, exports increase by 100. The multiplier magnifies this shift, and the ad curve shifts out to the right by a multiply of 100. In this case, by 300. So the figure 2 shows that when initial shift factor of aggregate demand is 100 and the multiplier is 3, and then the ad curve will shift out to the right by 300. 3 times the initial shift. The extra 200 shift is due to the multiplier effect.